regional, that is sort of in the Central Florida area. I would rather that the money of students be going back into the surrounding community rather than to these huge multinational corporations, right? Now that Aramark deal was done nearly in secret, okay? So there was a public meeting, but there was so little notice about it. It was held in Northview, which is an off-campus housing complex that most students don't even know where it is. And it was held during a football game, or during the day of a football game that was happening here on the campus. So I don't think there was much of an effort from anyone really to publicly have that deal out there, to explain to students what this deal was, to explain what was going on. So I really don't think that it's really fair that that deal even exists. But it does. And we have to deal with that. So what SLAP is doing, SLAP are the Student Labor Action Project. Their table is right down here. So they're part of this effort. They're actually kind of leading this whole effort on our campus. So one of the things they want to do is to ask Aramark to raise the wages of these students that are working here. Because on one hand, these are students, and maybe, you know, you could argue that they don't need the same wages as someone that's working full time. But on the other hand, you could look at the fact that the average college student in America graduates with at least like $30,000 of student loan debt. Okay, so a lot of these kids that are working because they need that extra money, because they are struggling. So I think the least that a multinational corporation like Aramark can do is provide these kids with a wage that can help sustain them through college and help them achieve their dreams of getting a college education. I don't think that's too much to ask. Is that too much to ask?
No!
So when I worked at that Taco Bell that I mentioned, I found out that the CEO of that brand made $22 million a year, okay? I actually found out, I did some math. I found out that in order for me to make as much as my CEO made in a year, I would have had to work 40 hours a week, every week, for more than 1,500 years. For more than 1,500 years. I don't care if you're comparing Bill Gates to a homeless person. There is no single person that is worth 1,500 times more than any other person when you're looking at how much a human being is worth. That is not fair, and it is not right.
Whoa.
So, I'm about to wrap up here, but I just want to let you guys know that this isn't just about a number. It's not about that $15 number. This is about human decency, okay? This is about providing people with enough money to support themselves and enough money to achieve their dreams. That's what this is about, okay? So I hope that you keep that in mind, and I hope that you support this effort to raise the wages for these students. These are students just like you and me, right? And I want my money going towards businesses that are supporting the people that are working for them, okay? I don't want my money going towards a business that pays, like Aramark. Their CEO makes $34 million a year, okay? You can't tell me that that CEO can't help raise the wages of the kids here at UCF to help support them, okay? You can't tell me that that's something he can't do. He can do that. And if we stand together with all of these progressive organizations on campus, with Knights for Bernie, with the Student Labor Action Project, with Voices for Planned Parenthood, with the National Organization for Women, with the College Democrats, if all of these progressive organizations stand together, that is not only something that Aramark can do, but it is something that they will do.